The whole truth, nothing but the truth, the unspoken truth.
Today's episode is going to talk about how I got kind of banned from whining on a school tour. Yeah. So pretty much what happened was, alright, so I go by the name of Kupid, KupidakaQ, and I have a whole bunch of AKAs. At this time during crossover run, one of my AKAs was Mr. Foundation. Now, Mr. Foundation comes from the song we had called Walk Up Your Waist. Now, Walk Up Your Waist, at the end of the song, I had my verse, and it pretty much, I was saying, test the foundation. Test the foundation. Walk up the foundation, right? So, anyways, that then turned into, because that was one of our singles that we did on our run.
Come here, Kupid. Come here. How do you test the foundation?
Well, you test the foundation like...
No, Kupid. I really gotta know. Because my wife and I, in bed, I've got to know, how do you test the foundation?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you. The next following year, we followed that Walk Up Your Way song with Test the Foundation. And that hook was literally me, like, yeah, test the foundation. Wine pon it, wine pon it, wine pon it, got. Roll pon it, roll pon it, roll pon it, got. So, pretty much what happened was, I got an AKA of Mr. Foundation. And just like I explain all the time, foundation is, a little area that the females whine on. So I pretty much was, telling people to test the foundation, telling the females to come test the foundation, right? So, we were doing a couple of shows, and it was running good. And then I was walking up and I was whining. I let you know that it was carnival season. I was doing it, right? Mr. Drew comes to me because his mother gets notification from one of the schools. I don't remember what the name of the school. One of the schools was like, they're gyrating too much. I'm just, it's carnival season. What do you mean it's gyrating? I don't have somebody on stage with me whining on them. There's none of that. It's literally just me doing my dizzle on stage. And they were saying that I was gyrating too much. So Rick then comes to me and was just like, yo, Q, during your part, you can't really do, the gyration anymore. And I'm like, bruh, I literally only say the same words over and over and over again. Like, what am I supposed to do? Stand on stage and just like, you can't like dance like that. Like, it's a test the foundation. Like, it's an instruction. I'm showing you what I want you to come test, so come test it, right? And he's yelling at me or having a conversation with me, and he's like, yo, we can't do it anymore. You can't do it. And I'm just like, bruh, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Everybody else has a part that allows them to sing or do whatever with, and I'm over here, that's my instruction part that the crowd goes crazy over. I gotta just stand there now and don't mind the dogs, okay? There's a tropical storm coming right now. But I gotta stand there and just say test the foundation, test the foundation, test the foundation. No, I'm not doing that. So the first show that we did, it was an all-girls school. So I get it, but it was an all-girls school. So I calmed it down a little bit. Like, I was just like, let me calm it down just a swig. So I calmed it down. And then I think we were so hyped. I think we did 2 shows that day. We were so hyped. I was just like, no, F that. Next show that we heading to, I'm tearing it up. So then the next show that we went to, I end up like just doing it full force, like thrusting, and I'm just like, I don't care if we getting kicked off the Be Mobile School Tour. It is what it is. I did it, and come to find out, like, I wasn't even the one that ended up in the crowd. Like, Kasanji actually ended up in the crowd. They ended up like holding him and like pulling him in the crowd and like trying to take his shoes off. It was epic, but that whole experience was one of those. It was good. Like, I think everybody should. I don't know if they still do the Be Mobile School Tour. I'm really not keen into what they do anymore with the tour wise. But I thought it was good for that simple fact of, you know, you getting to learn that, you know, there's a younger generation that likes your music and appreciates you, and was allowing you to do what you need to do on stage. But like, just let me do my dizzle. Like, it was a little like 10 seconds. Like, come on, bro. Like, just let me, like, the whole routine is like performance dance, and then when it gets to my part, I must just stand there. Nah, bro. So I say all that because I think the next year they didn't invite us back. So anyways, they end up like not letting us come back because of that, I believe, but I'm not too sure if that was the reason why we got kicked off the school tour. But that is one of the reasons why I got banned from being Mr. Foundation, Mr. Wind Up on them. I think that was like 08, 09 year, maybe it was 07, 08 year, but that was, I'll still do it. I wouldn't, even if I had a choice to, hey, would you do it again? Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing, because that was my signature, that was my AKA, that was my part of the song, my little 10 seconds. Let me get my 10 seconds, and yes, I'm gonna whine. But yeah, that's another episode of Unspoken, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, from your boy KupidakaQ. Boom.